Hello there, and welcome to Unleash the Network podcast, a podcast that celebrates African Leadership Academy alumni and MasterCard Foundation scholars who have gone on to make a positive impact in their communities and promote the values of leadership, innovation, and entrepreneurship. Macdonald, thank you for joining me.
Thank you so much, Renatus, for having me.
How have you been?
Yeah, been doing well, been doing well. Just trying to keep things moving since I graduated from ALA and just trying to balance everything with school. You know,
And you've been working on a lot of projects, and I think you're specifically focusing on everlasting technologies.
yes, indeed.
How are projects going on that side?
Um, so for the um, past few months, it has been hectic because we've been trying to push our product. We had an idea like from last year, September, and we were trying to make that idea come to life. So we were doing rapid prototyping, making a prototype, and now we are done with our prototype. We have tested it, and we are now trying to figure out how we can raise funds for our first pilot and our to go to market strategy.
And you have been working on a couple of projects, yeah? Products, I mean.
Yes, but we did a pivot. So initially we were working on household biogas system, but right now we are moving on to solar electric cooking.
What inspired the transition?
Yeah, so initially I was focusing on, household biogas systems. I received a bit of funding when I started. I deployed a couple of units into the target communities to the users so that we could get user feedback and see what the users are saying from our systems. So we are working on household biogas systems. They use any organic waste to generate cooking gas for cooking, methane, and most of the people who were using our systems, they were saying that, the systems were not meeting the energy demand. The biggest thing was that, people, they didn't have enough input waste. So if there wasn't enough input waste, it meant that there wasn't enough output gas. And various reasons were, since people were using their food waste, most people were not having enough, food waste. And people who have cows, most of the cows in nowadays, people, they let their cows like graze in the fields and everywhere, and going after the cow dung has been like something which is difficult. So we were having those issues, and also since our system mainly depended on bacteria to break down the biodegradable materials. When the temperature was getting low at night, temperature, because of climate change and everything, like the weather patterns are now unpredictable. So when the temperatures were getting very cold at night, it was killing the bacteria. So there were a lot of issues we were facing with those systems. So we saw that, scaling up those systems to the, in Zimbabwe or across Africa, we're going to have similar challenges. That's why that was the main thing which made us pivot to a different solution.
Sounds like a lot of science in there.
Yeah, there's a bit of science there and there.
Are you working on these projects on your own, or do you have a team?
So at the moment, I now have a team. So I came up with the idea, and I don't know it all. I had to find different people to fit the puzzle so that we can continue building on the idea. I had to find the skill set.
And honestly, working with a team can be quite challenging. How has that experience been like for you?
Yeah, so especially, I'm in a different location, and most of my team members, I have some in the same location, but others are in like different locations. So trying to coordinate, with time zones and everything was one of the biggest challenges we faced. But, with technology, we can now leverage that. We have project management systems like Asana, where you can just delegate a task to someone and you just give them a deadline, and that the application will continue reminding the person like, oh, this task is overdue. So you are no longer like doing that. And also, with AI. there are now a lot of automation things like on Notion and stuff, so you can automate a lot of things. And I feel like if you incorporate technology in teams, it's much easier to work together.
Technology is helping us, automate a lot of stuff, as how you said, and it makes things way easier. But I suppose now everyone in your team is in different time zones. How do you work around that too? Like especially when you have meetings and stuff where you have to meet.
Yeah, so it's a lot of sacrifice because I know sometimes I have to. So for our product, we are currently working with manufacturers who are based in China, and I'm currently living where there is like a 12-hour time difference with people in China. So I know like sometimes I have to wake up at late at night, like at 12 at 2 a.m. because it's 2 p.m. in China there, and then have my meetings. Or like if I'm working with someone in Zimbabwe, I know I have to also stay up late at night. So there's a lot of sacrifice from my end, and also sometimes people who are on my team or different stakeholders I'm trying to work with, they also exert the same energy. See them. You ask someone who you're on a call with, and they are telling me, "Oh, it's 6 a.m. in the morning," and you're like, "What?" So yeah, and I feel like that's what has been keeping me also motivated, seeing like, yo, people are also sacrificing to put work, because once you pitch your idea to someone and they are inspired by the idea, because most of the people I'm working with on this project, it's not more about like, oh, we are going to make a lot of profit, or it's more about the impact. People believe like, oh, this idea or this product, if it goes into into our communities, the impact it's going to making. That's what most of the people in my team, after talking to them, that's what I've seen they are also looking for, and that's what also I'm trying to strive to make that impact.
And it sounds like you know how to put the right team together.
I'm trying. I'm trying, but it's been a process. Because just being a leader is something which I've been learning throughout, my life, I might say, because previously in high school, before going to LA, I was someone who was very shy. So standing in front of people was, one of my biggest challenges. And you're out there, you have an idea, you need to make a theme. Those are the things which put you out there, and you have to learn those skill sets. And I believe going to LA was one of the um, biggest things, which biggest what can I say, like biggest push, which helped me, be the leader, try to stand in front of people, try to make a team, try to delegate tasks, and just be yourself.
I mean, it can be really challenging managing a team in person, and now imagining that you have to manage a team and it's remotely. That's crazy. That's wild.
Yeah.
So, what is the current product that you're working on?
So we are working on a solar electric cooking unit. So we are calling it the Eco Stove. So the Eco Stove, it's a cooking unit which is powered by induction technology, and that technology gets its energy from solar panels. So users, it's a compact module unit. Users will be able to cook from EcoStove. They'll be able to charge their phones from there. They'll also be able to, light their houses. So our target focus is last mile communities, rural areas where people are currently using charcoal, or people are using firewood as their main source of cooking energy.
Oh, you said you're creating a product that can help people cook, charge their phone, and power the house. How does that work like?
Yeah, so our main innovation on the eco stove is was trying to figure out a way, because over the past few years, like cooking using solar power has been something which has been a leap, because um, cooking requires a lot of energy. But right now, as we are moving in time, like we are now at a point in time where like solar panels can now be used to cook. One of the factors is in the past few years, we've seen like the prices in solar panels going very down. You can now see like a panel going at like a sale of a solar panel going at 5 cents, And also, we are now in a point of time where like there's been induction technology, and we me and my team have been able to manipulate on those on those technologies which have been on the market, and create something from that. So the eco stove comes with a control module unit. So that control module unit, that's what allows the system to power up the induction cooktop, and from that control module, users are also able to get their power or their electricity to light their house or charge their phones.
Oh, that sounds like a cool technology. Like you're able to do multiple things with the same product. And it sounds like
Yeah, so yeah, it's a very cool technology. So from my experience with different technologies, sometimes you can have a very cool product, a cool technology. There are a lot of different technologies on the market there, but another biggest factor is when you look at your target market or at your target users, you now have to consider like other factors like affordability. Are people going to be able to afford this? Is someone going to say, oh, when people do their product benefit analysis, can I continue using propane, or can I continue using firewood instead of the eco stove? So one of the things we have been looking at as a team was like, when we go to the market, how affordable is our product? So we are trying to mend our business model into a way which can incorporate that biggest factor, affordability.
and I suppose it also requires a lot of funding for production. So how does that look like for you?
Yeah, so that's the main challenge we are also now facing as a team. So, we had the idea, to work from the idea and to the prototype. It's easier to sort your those funds from, from your savings or from family and friends. And we were just working, and we're pitching the idea at different pitch competitions. We're getting, more amounts which we were channeling back to what we're working on, and so right now, we now want to take the product to the market on a much bigger scale, a much bigger pilot, so that we can, you can see the impact, you can see the evaluation from what the users are saying from the field. But the biggest challenge has been raising that sort of funding. And as a young person, just raising funding is something which is a leap. And also the other thing, when we've just been trying to secure different investor meeting, when you go to an investor, then you tell them, oh, this product is intended for people in rural areas in sub-Saharan Africa. Then people, by saying that, people won't have faith that your product is going to generate revenue, and they will start asking you a lot of questions about the paying customers. But as someone who's from those areas, you understand that people, once they get a product they value, they can pay for the product. So it's also a leap convincing investors that, and also it's something which is not in the market. So in all the markets we are targeting, this product is going to be a promotion product. So we tell someone and they ask you like to give reference or anything, it's very difficult because um, they think it's still an idea, still a prototype. It hasn't been tested in the market. The chances of failure or the risks are very high. So those are the few challenges we've been facing. But we started reaching out to people recently, like last month, few weeks ago. So I feel that we still have more room to reach out to more people, and we have been having some promising discussions with different people and different stakeholders. So I hope in the next few months things will be much better. But also, there's been progress. We've been in an accelerator program, and it helped us with a bit of funding. So very soon we plan to launch our pilot in Zimbabwe in August. So currently, we are now working with our manufacturers. We are now trying to manufacture the product. So um, there's it seems like there's light at the end of the tunnel. So
I mean, there is,
see how it
when you're
goes.
creating a product like this and you're solving an actual need in the community, then at the end of the day, no matter the challenges you face, but ultimately it's something that people want. So when it's out there, they're gonna definitely go for it. To wrap this up,
Yeah.
what does technology mean to you?
Yeah, so I think technology, when I just think of technology, I see of something which is constantly evolving, something which is every single minute, like something which is growing. And, right now, everywhere in the world, people are trying to um, improve our technology because, technology is something which has been making um, our lives easier each and every day. So, every time I think of technology, I just see of an ever evolving field.
Well, thank you so much and good luck in your pilot launch in Zimbabwe in August.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. It was great. And thank you for having me.
I appreciate the work that you're doing and good luck.
Thank you.